I'm talking with Warrick Kernes, who's been part of a most interesting cycling journey in Africa. I don't know too much about it, but he's just climbed Kilimanjaro at the end of the adventure. Can you just give us an overview of what you've been doing these last few weeks?
Yes, Robert. It has indeed been a few weeks that we've been working on this. In fact, 12 weeks ago, we left Johannesburg in South Africa, and we left Joburg on single-speed bicycles, and we cycled 4,650 kilometers through Botswana, Zambia, Malawi, into Tanzania, and all the way to the top of Tanzania, where you can find Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the tallest mountain in Africa. We then proceeded to climb the mountain, which we successfully summited 2 days ago on the 15th of October. So we're very pleased to have completed what we set out to do.
Okay, so and the whole adventure is to bring cycling to the people, or is there a charity associated?
Yes, there is. So we've been raising money for a charity called Qhubeka, which you can read about on our website, which is Joburg2Kili.com. But just a brief overview is what Qhubeka do is they take the money that we've raised for them, and that goes towards giving bicycles to children in South Africa. They give them to children that often walk an hour or 2 hours to get to school, and those children, they arrive exhausted or they don't go because it takes too much effort to get there. But if you give them a bicycle, the hour walk can become a 15-minute cycle. So they've done lots of studies on kids who've got the bicycles, and they go to school more often. Their grades go up. They also have more time for homework, and they have more energy to do their chores when they get home, because often these children have to run their household also in between trying to get through school. So by simply donating the equivalent of maybe $180, the child gets a bike, and their chance at finishing school and going to tertiary education and making something of their life actually increases significantly. And we've been very thrilled to raise the equivalent of $10,000, which equates to just about 52 bicycles. So there'll be 52 children in South Africa who will now receive bikes so that they can ride to school.
Well, in essence, the bicycle becomes an educational device, but there's lessons that you must have taken from your time on the bike. I wonder if you can just give us a couple of anecdotes on some of the things that happened during this incredible ride. Can you explain where you went and what sort of things you encountered?
Sure thing. There's a lot of stories, but some of the highlights and lowlights would be, we were just riding these bikes, and we actually chose to ride the same bikes that are given to the children. So we weren't riding long distance touring, nice, comfortable bikes with multiple gears and suspension. We were actually riding the same bikes that get given to the kids, which are rigid frame, single speed bikes with a back pedal brake. So by no means was it easy for us to ride. The gearing on that single speed bike means that on a flat you can pedal nicely. On a downhill you've got no pedaling because the resistance fades away. And on an uphill you sometimes just have to get off and walk because it's too hard to actually get up there. But as we rode through Africa, we rode on nice roads which have been newly redone. We rode on very average roads, and we also rode on sandy, dusty, rocky mountain passes which almost destroyed us. But it was very interesting to see how many people in Africa actually already rely on their bikes. The country of Malawi, there's very few vehicles on the road. It's just given practice that everybody has a bicycle, and it's mostly because they can't afford anything more. To them, having a bicycle is the equivalent of us having a vehicle. And you must see the amount of stuff that these people load on their bikes. They're carrying giant bags of charcoal. You'll see 4 or 5 people fitting onto one bicycle as they're trying to get their kids to school or go to work or go to the market. We saw guys riding with 2 pigs on the back that they were taking home for dinner. You see goats, and you see all kinds of things on these bicycles, and it's proof that it actually justifies the slogan of the Qhubeka charity. Their slogan and their hashtag is that it's a hashtag bicycles change lives, and it really does. We saw it in Africa how a simple bicycle, which we take for granted, is the means of how that family lives, and how they get food home, how they get to the market, how they get their kids to school. And often the taxis are used as bicycle taxis. So they've got a little seat on the back, and people generate an income. So they ride from their home to the market carrying fruit or their vegetables or a goat to try and sell. On the way home, they try and act as a taxi, and it really justifies the slogan "Bicycles Change Lives," because that person without their bike, they don't have a way to generate an income or to get food or to try and kind of sustain their lifestyle. And it's just fantastic to see, or fantastic to understand it better from our own point of view. It was just such a pile of lessons that we had, and one of the things that stands out for us is the generosity of these people who have so little would welcome us into their homes and offer us their food, and they have so little already, but they want to help us.